Seventh pitch from Keller. Striking it out looking. Keller closes the door, and the Cubs claim the opener.
And it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Dansby Swanson and his heroics on defense. We're going to talk about that. This one feels really good as a Cubs fan because I cannot stand the Padres, especially that of Manny Machado. We're going to rip on him in a bit, so stick around for that. But let's go ahead and break down exactly how Dansby saved the day on defense so that the offense and the bullpen could show up. So Matthew Boyd went 1-2-3 in the first inning. Second inning, you've got Jackson Merrill leading off and hitting a double off of a really tough pitch to do that on. Slider up and in, dunks it into right field, slides in. He's got the double. Here's a little replay on that pitch. You can see from the center field view, way inside, and then from the home plate umpire view, I mean, that's not an easy pitch to do that with. Then Xander Bogaerts just back off the IL from a fractured foot, and he smokes that one into left center. That's a double. So it's going to be 1-0 and a runner on second. But the ball gets away from Nico. Michael Busch not there to back it up in time, and Xander Bogaerts is over to third. Now, there's a disappointing thing that was happening here. It's not just the fact that the ball gets away from Nico and Xander Bogaerts gets to third base, but it's also the fact that Pete Crow Armstrong was given an error on this. And I want to give you this angle here. So Pete picks up the ball, he fires it in, and check this out. Freeze frame, Nico is far from the bag. Even if he catches that ball, he's not going to have a shot at getting Bogaerts out because he's basically a whole leg's length away from the base. He had all the time in the world to get in front of that ball. But the other issue here is where's Michael Busch? Michael Busch is looking like maybe he's backing up kind of towards the mound as we can't see from this angle. That's not really where you want Michael Busch. You want Michael Busch literally behind the throw. And unfortunately, because he's not there and the throw gets away, it ricochets a little bit to the left. If Michael Busch is kind of on that baseline, that first to second baseline, then he's probably sprinting over, getting that ball. Xander Bogaerts stays on second. Instead, because he's towards the pitcher's mound, he's just now, after Bogaerts has already taken off for third, he's just now coming into the frame where right now, where we're paused is where he originally probably should be. And now the ball gets away, and Xander Bogaerts is now on third base with nobody out. This is feeling like it's getting away from the Cubs, but Dansby comes in to save the day. Ryan O'Hearn, a shot to Dansby, 102 off the bat. He's playing halfway. He makes the diving play and keeps Xander Bogaerts at third. Let's take another look at this play. Great angle right here. Take a look. You got Matt Shaw right on the brim. You got Dansby Swanson about a step behind. Now, if I'm the Padres here, I'm probably thinking as I see this, all right, any ball that's hit directly to Dansby, we're just going to not go because he's kind of playing halfway. But anything that's hit to his right or to his left, a good opportunity to send Bogaerts. But look at Bogaerts' first step. Instead of going towards home plate, he's just staying in the same spot. That's not really the play. Look how far Matt Shaw is away from the base. It's not like Matt Shaw's going to go in there and they're going to cut him down. If he takes one step towards home and gets a little momentum going and then sees Dansby go to a knee, if he's going right there, he is going to be safe. So bad base running by Xander Bogaerts, or maybe a bad call by the coaches. Maybe they said, make sure that ball gets through. I don't know what the play was. All I know is this right here could have easily been a run for the Padres. So great play by Dansby, but also kind of a bad decision for the Padres and Xander Bogaerts. Next batter, Gavin Sheets pops it up. This is a huge second out. Matt Shaw makes the play. And then the next batter, Jake Cronenworth, on the second pitch, bounces up the middle, back to Dansby. We already showed you can't hit it to him and expect to get to first base safely. That's the inning. Now, we know in the playoffs that could loom huge, so especially with the Padres and a struggling offense and that bullpen, that was a huge play. In the fourth inning, Manny Machado takes the 5-pitch walk. He says, yeah, what's up? I'm a badass. Any chance I can get to rip on Manny Machado, I'm going to take. And he thinks he's the second coming of Mickey Mantle. He thinks he's that good. Here, if you missed it, I just need to show you this. If you missed this, this is him having a conversation with one of his own reporters after a game.
Urgency. You see, this is why I do not like reporters. This is why. The words that you guys use. Urgency, the team getting hot. at the right moment. I mean, these are words that you guys make for bigger stories than what it is.
If it's not urgency, what word would you use?
I'm a baseball player, so that's why I picked a good sport to play. So yeah, I have no idea.
I'm going to rip on you for doing your job, but then when you ask me a reasonable question right after that, I'm going to be like, I don't know, that's not my job. Dude is a prick, sorry. All right, back to the game. So Machado's on first base, and the fourth batter, Jackson Merrill, is bunting. He just hit a double. You guys are up 1-0. Now, there's a few things I want to break down here. First of all is Carson Kelly's decision not to go to second base. You can see this ball just going out in front of the mound. He has now collected it, and I mean, Machado's barely halfway to second, maybe not even halfway to second. I felt like there was a play at second there. Carson Kelly's got to have the wherewithal to pick that ball up, plus look over at second and hear anyone saying first or second. It seems to me that if someone was saying second base right here, he probably just wasn't hearing it because there was plenty of time to throw down to second. When it was live, let's just show you that one live one more time. When it was live, I didn't think this was a play at second. I really thought that the play was first base. But looking at the replay, it looked like there was definitely a play there at second base. Also, why are you bunting with your number 4 hitter, the reigning runner-up rookie of the year? I know he didn't have as good of a season this year, but he's still batting 4th for you. The broadcast continue to talk about the Padres are really good at small ball, and this is one of those times that they just got to do that. They got to go for small ball. They got to bunt with their 4th hitter. No, they don't. But if you want to just admit what that actually means, that just means they're not very good at scoring runs. And when they have a 1-0 lead, they're only trying to make it 2-0 in the 4th inning. Like, shouldn't they be going for the jugular? I thought it was a really bad call by Mike Shildt. But who am I but a lowly fan, because the next batter is Xander Bogaerts, a little half swing, and that is an infield single. It's now runners on the corner, so it looks like the bunt is actually going to pay off. But you've got Mr. Ryan O'Hearn again, who got ripped off by Dansby Swanson the first time, now takes a curveball at the top of the zone, strike 1. Similar pitch, now it's a fastball, just fights it off, 93. And then on the 0-2, slider away by Boyd, 1-2, fastball in, and Dansby does it again. Oh my gosh. I mean, I got Luis Gonzalez Game 7, 2001 vibes from that swing. I thought that was going to be a base hit, but Dansby covering the ground, looking like a wide receiver over the shoulder, and then has the wherewithal to throw it home. The runner wasn't going anyway, but then Gavin Sheets flies out to end the inning. And Seiya, just get out of the way. Get out of the way. Look at him. I just want Seiya as far away from that ball as possible. Let PCA do his thing. This is what happened to me when I was watching that play.
Dude, no, this is serious. I just sharded.
I really did. Then Seiya, because he got out of the way, just says, all right, now it's my turn. I want to be in the spotlight. Absolute laser. 5th game in a row. If you go back to the regular season with a home run, his first home run in the playoffs, his first game in the playoffs. Next batter, Carson Kelly. Didn't think this ball had enough with the wind blowing in, but I guess that scoreboard maybe helped it a little bit because it's in the first or second row. Cubs have a 2-1 lead. They never look back. The bullpen was absolutely perfect. 4 2/3, 4 strikeouts, not a single base runner. They need one more win to take it to the Padres and then the Brewers.